Have we been too quick to stick a proverbial fork in the consumer?
Oh, that's a jingle bells.
Yeah, jingle bells, sleigh bells.
Because we're in the window
listening?
now. Monday is December 1st.
I know, it's crazy, right?
Holiday season. Look at me.
DFT.
Excuse me?
I forget it.
I've forgotten. We say all the time on this show, never underestimate the U.S. consumers want to spend. They'll spend under just about every circumstance, and you're starting to see numbers that support it. I will say, though, it's clearly the have and the have-nots in the space, and I think Carter can speak to this. The fact that Walmart's been at the same price now for months suggests to me we're about to take the next leg higher. One of the things I say all the time is the market does not give you this much time to sell the highs, which in this case means we're probably going higher. TJ Maxx, we've talked about forever. Lower left, upper right. That continues to work. Maybe Target getting off the mat for a trade here could finally happen. I'll say this. Costco, out of all of them, might have held a very important level. That stock has not bounced in a while. That might be a place to look.
Look at Guy playing technical analyst when it comes to Walmart. Do you feel usurped, Carter?
Never.
I mentioned his name.
The charts are available to all, right? Now, the question is how you interpret them. But anyway, I think properly done, meaning is this stock in a position to break out, having been range-bound for the better part of a year? Yes. But I think if you look at the stocks that were cited as we talked about what came to life today, they have one common feature. They're all huge laggards, right? So the XRT, this is a little bit of people maybe moving out of some of the high flyers and trying to catch a bid in something that's been beaten up. Restaurants, as we know, are making 15-year relative lows to the S&P. A lot of damage done. So I'm not sure I'd read that much into it. Remember, the XRT itself is still below where it was in 2021. I mean, that's bad stuff.
Or maybe we just wrote off the consumer too soon. I mean, it's not just XRT. It's, as we mentioned, we also had, for instance, travel stocks. They were higher. Restaurant stocks. Anything consumer-facing was higher today.
And that's the point, is what is the consumer spending their money on? And I'm a broken record on this stuff. I don't, not me. Guy doesn't need another pair of Crocs. He doesn't need another pair of Birkenstocks. He doesn't need another Lululemon outfit. But I do think we need to travel. I do think we're going to travel. I do think there are parts of the services, hotel travel, that I think was overdone. I think the airlines, with the GDP updates we're getting and the sense we have on the economy, is I want to own airline stocks, especially stocks that have invested, just like Walmart. Airlines have invested in technology. Airlines are running at better margins and better efficiencies. So I like the travel trade. I think this is the proverbial, whatever kind of animal you want to call this, of a bounce. I think that's what you're getting in some of these highest profile brand discretionary names. I'll sell them to somebody else.
Yeah, it's interesting that Nike had a great day today, right? And it sold off a lot. And this is on a day where Tim's Dix really reported a mixed quarter there, a lot of weakness in Foot Locker, which I think is kind of interesting. So when you kind of look at that on two sides of the coin, brands can do okay, but some of the weaker outlets, like a Foot Locker, is probably weighing things down a little bit. The other thing about Nike is coming up, this is a year where we're going to have the Olympics. We're going to have the World Cup. This is really, the stock usually trades well into these sorts of events. But I know, I think you got to look at some of these brands that didn't rally. Best Buy had a good day today.
Yeah.
A Dick's didn't. So I think investors are getting a bit more discerning about what are some of these plays into the holidays, but also where are the turnarounds really working.
By the way, we like disclosures on the show, so I'm not long Dick's. But Dan must be concerned about a small
No,
Dick's
I just think it's really interesting on a day that we saw Kohl's, we saw Best Buy, we saw this, and obviously Dick's is trying to turn around this Foot Locker business, and Nike's acting well, Foot Locker and Dick's are not.
But Nike's in the same boat as Puma, Adidas. They're all down and to the right and are struggling. So it's more. I don't think it's idiosyncratic to Nike. It's just a general high-end sneaker or famous sneaker brand problem.